Welcome to my live. My name is Joyce Fields. I am 81 years old or young, and I do these lives Monday through Friday, 90-minute lives, where I share advice. The title of my lives is always Undifficult Your Life. And that's what the advice that I share will help you to do, undifficult your life. I am a TikTok live veteran. I have done over, hey, Shells, hey, Aurora, I've done over 500 TikTok lives. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to be returning to TikTok, to doing my lives on TikTok on Monday, December 8th, next week. Like I said, I've done over 500 TikTok lives, but I just started doing these YouTube lives on September 1st, 2025, just a couple months ago. So I gave YouTube, I had to move to another room because our great grandson is visiting. And so he's going to be sleeping on a pallet in the room where I normally do my lives, in the living room. Okay. So he's going to be sleeping on the floor on a pallet. So he can't sleep while I'm doing my lives. But at any rate, I'm in the bedroom now. Girl, you a mess. Shasta, you something else. Where's your lazy boy rocker recliner? Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. Yeah, our great grandson, he's 23. So he's going to be here for a couple of weeks. I don't know how long he's going to be here. Good morning, everybody. So, like I told y'all, I am a TikTok live veteran, and I'm going to be going back to TikTok on Monday, December 8th. There are so many things that I don't like about doing these YouTube lives. YouTube gives you, I'm 81 years old. I don't know what to do with all this information that they give you about your life. Oh my God. So with TikTok, I know exactly what I want and where to find it. Okay. And a whole lot of other pluses for TikTok. So I will be doing my lives again. I never left TikTok. So I have over 50,000 followers there. And it just blows my mind, y'all, because I'm 81 years old. I never thought I'd have 100 followers, let alone over 50,000, and still getting new followers because it's based on my content. I have some bomb content, y'all. Some really good stuff. Stuff that you can use, stuff that is very helpful. I even have on my TikTok page how to keep your popcorn fresh. See, so we eat a lot of popcorn in this house, so we love popcorn. It's good for you too. Um, and so I wanted to know how to keep it fresh. It goes stale all the time. Okay, so I found that out. So I posted it on my TikTok page, and I posted something else on my TikTok page about how to travel with your earrings, packing your earrings for travel. So nowadays, guys wear earrings too. So y'all be able to use it. It's just my own personal hack that I came up with. I devised it myself. So it's packing your earrings for travel. So it just happened a few years ago. I was getting ready to travel. I hate traveling. Um, so, and I love earrings. And I got a jewelry box. Oh my God, I got so many earrings, necklaces, bracelets, all that stuff. I'm 81 years old, y'all, so I got a lot of stuff. So, thank you. And so my earrings, I usually put them in a plastic bag and they get all tangled up. I wear drops and hoops and all of that stuff. So they get all tangled up. So check it out, y'all. If you travel, especially for the women who travel for their jobs and stuff like that, check out my hack on packing your earrings for travel. And like I said, for the men too, because y'all wearing earrings now. Okay. So check it out. So like I said, I'm going back to TikTok on Monday. But now while I'm here on YouTube, I'm still going to present y'all with the same advice that I always do. I've done over 500 TikTok lives, and I just started doing these YouTube lives on September 1st. So, and then I'm going to go back to TikTok on Monday, December 8th. So, all of my lives are entitled Undifficult Your Life. A lot of y'all are making choices and decisions that make your lives a lot more difficult than they need to be. Very simple. I'm 81 and I live this advice. I have lived it since I was about 10 years old. I know that it works. And one of the gifts that God or the universe or whatever you call your higher power has given me, and we all are given gifts. All of us have gifts. Your gift is typically going to be something that you enjoy and something that you are good at. Typical. So if you don't know what it is, sit down and think about it. Ask some of your friends that know you better or family members, whatever. But find out what your gift is if you don't know what it is. We're given gifts. And so one of mine is I don't do politics or religion, okay? So politics or religion, no Bible stuff, no Jesus stuff. If that's what floats your boat, fine. You take it someplace else. I talk to God all day, and God does not have any religion. God ain't got no religion. No. What church you think God goes to? Okay? Think about it. Religion, the Bible, all and politics, all of that mess is man-made. And I choose to have nothing to do with it. Okay? To the extent that I can. So now, politics and religion, when you put that kind of comment up, you quote the scriptures to me and all that stuff, the comment will be removed. So don't do it. You're wasting your time and your energy. If you came on this live, hopefully you'll want to hear the advice that I share. So, now I share 4 pillars of advice, and used to call them pieces of advice. But my man, his name is Pap. We've been together for 68 years. You heard that correctly. We have been together for 68 years. We just celebrated our 58th wedding anniversary this past June 3rd. Okay. 58 years of marriage. We've been together since we were both 13 years old. I'm going to show y'all 2 pictures that show the passage of time. Because Pap is the reason why I call my advice pillars of advice. So he said they're stronger than pieces. That's what I used to call them. He said they're stronger than pieces. Call them pillars. And I really love that because pillars are strong, sturdy structures on which you can build a foundation. Come on, y'all, share the live. I'm going to be sharing advice with y'all that y'all can take to the bank. And it's easy. You understand? The stuff that I'm going to be talking to you, advising y'all about, giving y'all advice about, is easy to implement into your life. Now, I'm going to make you this promise. I promise you that by the time I finish this live, I will have said something that you can use while you were sitting there watching my live. I promise you that. And I make that promise every live that I do. And every live that I do, I fulfill the promise. And it's not going to be any different for y'all. So now I'm going to show y'all 2 pictures that show the passage of time in our relationship. I told y'all we've been together. Thank you. We've been together for 68 years, since we were both 13 years old. Now, this picture is 1969. We were both 25 years old, okay? Pap and Joyce, 1969, 25 years old, okay? Yeah, now this is what I like. The second picture is our 57th wedding anniversary. It was last year. So this one is Pap and Joyce, 80 years old, 2024. Yeah, you see? Thanks, Monroe. Yeah. So now here's what I like to do, y'all. To show the passage of time. This blows my mind every time I do it. At the top, Pap and Joyce, 1969, 25 years old. And at the bottom, Pap and Joyce, 2024, 80 years old. Oh, thanks for the compliment on my nails. Thank you. Yeah, I just love this picture. Yes. I don't have any regrets, y'all. I'd do it all again. Okay? See, you got to have a good heart. You got to be kind and good to people. Don't be mean and ugly. You're going to pay for that too. So don't do that to yourself. So now, in a few minutes, y'all so impatient. And that's one of the pieces of advice. Be patient, okay? So now, like I told y'all, me and Pap been together for 68 years. So now that's over. But I want to tell y'all, no religion, no politics. No Jesus stuff, no Bible stuff, no quoting scripture, none of that stuff. If that's what you want to do, go someplace else. It's not welcome here. Those things, politics and religion, are man-made. I don't have anything to do with them. I talk to God all day long. Okay, so now addressing the trolls. That's a word that I never was familiar with. I never heard about trolls in my life. I'm 81, okay? So now, trolls are pathetic. They truly are pathetic. And if you are one, you know you are one. I've had trolls apologize to me after I make these statements to you. I'm getting ready to make these statements now. If you are thinking about trolling this live, don't waste your time. Don't waste your energy typing that stuff out. It doesn't bother me. It just shows what a dumbass you are. You understand? It reflects on you, not me. Whatever you got to put in that comment doesn't bother me. You can call me names. You can do all that kind of stuff. It doesn't bother me. I have risen way above that. And I hope that you will do that too. Rise above that troll mess. That's some BS. A troll is a pathetic individual and you're pathetic because it takes a pitiful person to want to deliberately try to be cruel to somebody else. It takes a pitiful person to want to try to insult somebody else. That is such an idiotic way to live your life. Don't let God think that God put breath into you for no reason. So stop doing that mess. So now, anybody on here thinking about trolling this live, it doesn't bother me. And my moderators will take care of you. I hope that they hide you so that you can hear what I have to say, the advice that I have to share. Because you are the kind of person that really needs to hear the advice that I have to share. Now, the 4 pillars of advice that I have to share. Share this live, y'all. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. The 4 pillars of advice that I share. Pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. The advice that I share is good for any person 10 years old or older. I don't care what your life situation is, none of that kind of stuff. The advice that I share will help you regardless, okay? Because I cover 4 pillars. Pillar number 1, as I said. Come on, y'all, share the live. I would love for more people to hear this advice. Oh, thank you. But pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. And I tell you how to do that. And it's not difficult. The title of my lives is Undifficult Your Life. Okay? Pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. If you are 10 years old or older, I tell you exactly how you increase your level of patience. But I always start with the toddlers. If you're raising toddlers, 2, 3, and 4-year-olds, you'll want to hear how easy it is to teach them patience. And I tell you how you do that. Pillar number 3, excuse me. Pillar number 3, stay calm. Stay calm. There is tremendous power in your ability to stay calm. You lose power when you start to become angry. And I'll show you how what it looks like, okay? Now, throughout my pillars, I do what I call, oh, you're going to want to hear this. I do what I call helpful hand visuals. And I call them that because on one of my lives, one of my viewers, she said, quote, "These visuals are so helpful," unquote. And so I call them that. Now, she's talking about what I do with my hands in combination with the words that are coming out of my mouth. And I am able, this is my gift from God or the universe, whatever you want to call it. I can't explain it. And I'm able to communicate philosophies, concepts, ideas, all of that kind of stuff from my mind to y'all's mind. And that is one of the gifts that God, the universe, or whatever you call your higher power, gave me. No religion on my lives. I don't want to hear about Jesus. Not the Bible, not Jesus, not politics, okay? I don't believe in that stuff. That's man-made. I don't want anything to do with anything that's man-made. As little as possible man-made stuff in my life, okay? So now, that doesn't include furniture and all of that, okay? So don't be ridiculous, okay? So now, uh, pillar number 3. I was telling y'all about when I get to, now I do helpful hand visuals throughout the pillars of my, when the 4 pillars. But when I get to pillar number 3, Spirit gives me these helpful hand visuals, y'all. Spirit gives them to me. So the helpful hand visual, I do 2 in pillar number 3. And when I get there, it blew the viewers' minds when it was a TikTok live earlier this year, and it blew my viewers' minds, and I did it for Pap, and it blew his mind. He's still doing it, and this was earlier in the year, like January, February, March, somewhere around in there, and it blows my mind as well. So when I get there, pillar number 3. Y'all, I think, well, it'll blow some of y'all's minds, at least. I am positive of that. Pillar number 3, stay tuned. Now, there are 4 pillars, y'all. And pillar number 4 is remember the 4 words. Come on, y'all, share the live. I would love to for more people to hear the advice that I share. It makes y'all's lives a whole lot easier. So the 4 words that can immediately lower your stress, anxiety, panic, anger, frustration, all of that, okay? And I will tell you what those 4 words are when I get to the 4th pillar, okay? Now, back to pillar number 1. Develop and maintain a positive attitude. Develop and maintain a positive attitude. Do you know that there are only 2 attitudes that you can have? That's it, just 2. You never really probably thought about it, okay? 2, a negative attitude or a positive attitude. No others. No others. Negative attitude, positive attitude. Now, what I have observed in my 81 years, well, probably maybe 71 years, because I started observing when I was like 10. I really didn't, though. I started observing when I was like 6 or 7, okay, for real. Where was I going with that? Now, hold on, I'm thinking about, oh yeah. What I have observed is you don't choose to have a negative attitude. You don't. You don't choose to have a negative attitude. If you think about it. Now, here's what I have observed also. If you don't choose to have a positive attitude, and a positive attitude is a choice, it is a deliberate choice that you have to make. It is an on-purpose choice that you have to make. It is an intentional choice that you have to make. You understand? If you don't intentionally choose to have a positive attitude is not going to come and sit in your lap. It's not going to come and take you by the hand. Okay? Excuse me. You must choose it. And if you don't choose to have a positive attitude, you are almost guaranteed to have a negative attitude. That's the way it goes. And think about it, y'all. Think about it. So choose to have a positive attitude. The way you make that choice, I'm going to tell you exactly how you do that. You write a program. Come on, y'all, share the live. Oh yeah, it really does. I do it. I do it all the time. I don't do anything I do very little that's illogical, okay, or irrational. None of that kind of stuff doesn't enter into my life, and I'm going to tell you why. All these things. It's what I'm talking about. So, positive attitude. Almost certainly, you will have a negative attitude if you don't choose to have a positive one. Here is the way you choose to have a positive attitude. You write a program and you say it out loud. You heard me correctly. Write a program and you say it out loud. And I'm going to tell you what program you write and what you say. Here's what you say. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Trolls will be dealt with accordingly. Your stuff is going to be deleted. It means nothing, okay? It means absolutely nothing. It shows what an idiot you are, okay? Okay, so now I may lose power, y'all. My phone, I forgot to charge it, so it just posted the sign that I got 20%. So I don't know if I'm going to make it through this whole live or not. If I don't, then I apologize in advance, okay? So now, a negative attitude is not a good thing. Nothing positive, almost nothing positive. I can't think of anything positive that comes from a negative attitude. So when you write that program, say it out loud. There are people who will tell you to say it under your, in your mind, not under your breath, but in your mind. And that's just one element. I say you say it out loud because that's three elements. So one element, saying it in your mind, that's it. Three elements. When you say it out loud, you say it, you speak it out of your mouth, you hear it with your ears, and it gets plastered into your psyche. Oh, yeah, I totally agree that a lot of people need to hear the advice that I share. It's so simple, and I live it. I know that it works. And all I'm doing is asking y'all to share it. And when y'all share it, it opens up. It doesn't guarantee that I'll be able to share this advice with a lot more people, but it opens up the possibility. And when y'all share, y'all are helping me to open up the possibility that I will be able to share this advice with a whole lot more people. The title of my lives is Undifficult Your Life. And a lot of y'all are making choices and decisions that are making y'all's lives a lot more complicated, a lot more difficult than they need to be. The advice that I share will help you tremendously. And I get comments and compliments on it all the time. So now, I'm always talking about positive attitude. So versus a negative attitude. So here is the program again. You write that program. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. What that means is this, y'all. You can tell everybody in your circle, family, friends, colleagues, all of those, don't throw it up to me what my attitude was like yesterday or last year or whatever. So you write this program and you say it out loud. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. When you say that out loud, it's like a plug in your hand. It's big. It's a big plug, And this saying that out loud is like you plug it into your spirit. You plug it into your soul and it electrifies you. I love saying that. Every lab that I do, over 500 labs I've said that every lab that I do. It electrifies you because a lot of people are on here that haven't heard it before. And I know that, okay? So it electrifies you. It kicks you into becoming a more vibrant part of your own life. I promise you, that's what it does. A positive attitude requires effort. A positive attitude requires energy, but it is fun effort. It is fun energy. You are in the middle of your own life and you just never really realized it before. But with a positive attitude, it'll just jerk you into it. It really will, for real. So, and I'm going to tell you something else. That program that you're writing, it says from now on, that means you can change to a positive attitude. You can write that program. You can say those words out loud at any minute in your life. You understand that? At any minute in your life. I have given you that equipment that you can use. Okay? From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude and go about those steps of doing just that. I'm going to give you a whole lot more advice in this direction. Now, I am going to show y'all what a negative attitude looks like. You heard me correctly. Come on, y'all, share the live. I would love to be able to share this advice with a whole lot more people, undifficulting their lives, okay? Now, I'm going to show y'all what a negative attitude looks like. On the count of 3, I'm going to show you what a negative attitude looks like. 1, 2, 3. Here's what it looks like, okay? These are the kind of people that say, woe is me. My life sucks. I can't stand this. I can't stand that. Complain, complain, complain. Now, this is the second helpful hand visual. The plug was the first one that I did, y'all. So this is the second helpful hand visual that I'm doing. This helpful hand visual symbolizes positive elements constantly flying through the universe. Constantly, y'all, at all times, flying through the universe. Come on, y'all, share the live. But they always, y'all, you hear me? They always fly over the heads of people who have a negative attitude. You understand? So when you write that program and you say it out loud, from now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. On the count of 3, I'm going to show you what happens. 1, 2, 3. Here's what happens, y'all. What was flying over your head is now making contact with your psyche. You understand? Now, did I communicate that helpful hand visual effectively? Did y'all get the point that I was making? You have to have a positive attitude in order for positivity to hit you in your psyche. Yes. Come on. Did y'all get that? Did I communicate that effectively? Come on, y'all. Give me some responses. Give me some responses. YouTube says I have 81 people on here. Ah, good. Simple but effective. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Yeah, oh, good. Good deal. Good deal. I do not answer questions. I don't have time to answer questions. My time is used for the advice that I share. Okay. Good. Super helpful. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Good deal. So now, I'm telling you, when you write that program, It does wonders for your soul, your spirit. Now I'm going to give you some more. I'm going to read you a list of words that will help you to identify people in your life who probably have a negative attitude. Okay? Now, I'm also going to read you a list of words that will guide you on your way to developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Okay? But first, I'm going to read you the list of words that will help you to identify people in your life who probably have a negative attitude. And it might be you. But like I told you earlier, at any minute, you can decide. All you do is write that program. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. And that's what it means. From this point forward, doesn't matter where your attitude was 5 minutes ago or yesterday or anything like that, okay? From now on. And throw it up in the people's faces. Don't throw it up. So I don't want them to throw it up to you. So don't throw up to me what my attitude was like yesterday. From now on, I'm going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. That means from now on. So yesterday doesn't count. 5 minutes ago doesn't count. You make that decision. You make that choice. Now, here are the words that are going to help you to identify people in your life who probably have a negative attitude. And it might be you, but you can change that anytime you want to. Here are the words: anger, envy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self pity, guilt, resentment, holding grudges, holding unforgiveness, inferiority, lies and dishonesty, false pride, superiority, and the last word is ego. Back up to the top. The very first word is anger. Do you know people who are angry, who are full of anger? Is it you? Are you the one who is angry, who is full of anger? That is negative. Share the live, y'all. How about resentment and holding grudges and holding on to unforgiveness? Oh, I'm going to give you a whole lot of good stuff. Now, do you know people who are full of resentment, who are holding on to grudges, or holding on to unforgiveness? Are you the one who is full of resentment, who holds on to grudges, who holds on to unforgiveness? That is negative too. Very. Now I'm going to go on to lies and dishonesty, but I'm going to come back up to resentment, holding grudges, and holding on to unforgiveness. Lies and dishonesty. Do you know people who lie? People who are dishonest? Are you the liar? Are you the dishonest one? That's negative too. Don't do it. Okay, now back up to resentment, holding grudges, and holding on to unforgiveness. If you are like those, if you are doing those three things, holding resentment, holding grudges against other people, and holding on to unforgiveness, you are living in the past. You are living in the past because you're holding on to something that happened. It happened. It's past tense. There is nothing the people that did that to you can do to change it, and there is nothing that you can do to change it. You have to forgive them. If you are holding it, you see, some people, if something happens to them and they just go on about their business, okay? But there are others who hold on to it. You see, you must forgive. And like I said, I have done over 500 TikTok lives. And I just started doing these YouTube lives on September 1st. But I'm going back to TikTok. I like TikTok the way they do the lives, and the whole TikTok experience is much better, especially at 81. There's too many intricacies to YouTube, and I'm not familiar with them. and I don't have time to learn. I got a man, a house, I cook, all of that stuff. So yeah, I cook from scratch, y'all. So it takes me time to cook. So now I don't do no box stuff, and very few. I do canned stuff for emergencies. Like if the power goes out for a week or something like that, we got canned food. So okay. So but at any rate, I was talking about resentment and holding grudges. Now where was I? Um, Okay, you must see. There are people on my lives and I've done them in the past. They want to say, "What if it was this person?" or "What if it was what they did?" It doesn't matter who it was or what they did. That is an absolute. It doesn't matter who it was or what they did. You must forgive them. If you are holding on to it, you must forgive them because what you are doing by holding on to it, you're damaging yourself. Open your eyes, people. Look around you. Look at the people that you know in your circle are holding resentment, holding grudges, holding on to unforgiveness. In many cases, they are on pharmaceutical medications. In many cases, they are not in good health. And in many cases, they are not aging gracefully. That's what holding grudges, holding resentment, and holding unforgiveness can do to you. It can put you into bad health. That's, you must forgive. There are people who tell you to forgive and forget. Hell no. Hell no. You don't ever forget. You keep it on the stove, but on the back burner. But don't you ever forget. You be an idiot to forget. You must forgive. But now, forgiving does not mean you let them back into your life or you go back into theirs. No, it does not mean that. It just means you forgive them for what they did. But if you do go back into their life and they come back into yours, and if everybody agrees, that's a beautiful thing. That is absolutely fabulous. That God would love that too. Okay? But God would love that you forgave them. You understand? So you must forgive. Don't carry that around. When you carry it around, when you carry resentment and grudges and unforgiveness, it creates what I call an invisible internal burden. Share the live, y'all, on your own soul, on your own spirit, on your own cells, on your own blood, on your own organs. Your whole being is affected when you carry grudges, resentment, or unforgiveness. You see? That's what happens. You are affecting yourself. Now, I'm 81, and when I was a kid, there was no such thing as text message, email, or video call. None of that existed. Y'all can use any of those technologies to forgive them. You see? Yeah. But if you don't want anything else to do with them ever in your life again, you can forgive them by saying it out loud to the universe. You can say it out loud to the universe. The universe or God or whatever you call your higher power, it was there when the mess happened to you. Don't forget now, I say this every live too. God or the universe or whatever you call your higher power sees everything you do right now, hears everything you say right now, reads your thoughts right now. It does. Now, my having said that, did that cause any of y'all to think more seriously about what you do, say, and think? Come on, give me some responses. I normally get a whole lot of yeses because I brought it to the forefront of your mind that God or the universe or whatever you call your higher power sees everything you do right now, hears everything you say right now, and reads your thoughts right now. Good. Uh-huh. Thank you, Aurora. Thank you, Joe. Thanks, Tangi. Thanks, Jamari. Good. I'm glad. Yes. You see, I think that if we all thought more about the golden rule states, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. If everybody, or not everybody, it can't be, but if most people live by that, the world would be a better place. I don't do anything to anybody that I would not want done to me, and I don't say anything to anybody that I would not like said to me. You understand? It's just that simple. Keep it clean. Yeah. So don't do that. It's very easy to live by the golden rule if you think about it. But think about what you're going to do before you do it. Think about what you're going to say before you say it. And think about whether or not you'd want that to be said to you. Think about whether or not you'd want that to be done to you. Okay? That's all. It's real simple, real easy. Now, if you don't want anything to do with them ever again, but you want to forgive them, you can say it out loud to the universe. Yeah, like I told you, the universe or God or whatever you call your higher power was there when the mess happened to you. It knows. When you say, I forgive, and here's what you say. I almost jumped the gun, okay? Here's what you say in order to say it out loud to the universe. Universe, I forgive so and so for doing such and such to me. I'm going to repeat that. Universe, I forgive so and so for doing such and such to me. It works. Now, use your hand the way that I use mine. It symbolizes your touching the universe. It's symbolizing your touching spirit, whatever you call it, okay? Yes. Now, when you say that out loud to the universe, something magic happens. I'm going to give you 4 testimonials of people who have been on my TikTok lives earlier in the year. I've done over 500 TikTok lives. So 4 testimonials. Testimonial number 1 was a young lady who said, I forgave my dad like that. And I immediately burst into tears. Testimonial number 2 was a young lady who said, I forgave myself like that. And I immediately burst into tears. You can forgive yourself too, like that, out loud. Just say it to the universe. You're not exempt. The universe saw or heard what you did or said, okay? Okay? Think about that. It will know exactly what you're talking about when you said, I forgive myself for whatever you did or said, okay? Works. Now, the third testimonial, 3, was a young man. And he said, I forgave and I felt my spirit shift. Okay, now I still have the 4th one. Now, the 2 young ladies that immediately burst into tears after they forgave, she forgave her dad, the other one forgave herself. The young man who forgave, he said his spirit, he felt his spirit shift. The reason why is because, like I told y'all earlier, when you hold on to resentment, unforgiveness, or grudges, you hold grudges against other people, you create an invisible internal burden on your spirit, on your soul, on your entire being, okay? When you forgive, it's like what the Shelster calls a pressure release valve. And when you forgive, it goes Psst, it fizzles. That's why they burst into tears, the two young ladies. That's why the young man felt his spirit shift. You see? You have to forgive. And you may or may not even know you're carrying a burden, but you'll know when you burst into tears. You will know it then that you were carrying one. Okay. So now the fourth testimonial, y'all, was a young lady by the name of Patricia. And Patricia had been watching my lives, and she had been holding a grudge against her mother for, get ready for this, y'all. It's a long time. Okay. She had been holding a grudge against her mother for over 40 years. Over 40 years. She forgave her mother. Now that's 40 years, over 40 years worth of Mother's Days. And I'm sure that she thought about her being with her mother, and her mother thought about her daughter, you know. So this past Mother's Day, they spent it together. And Patricia came up as a guest on my TikTok live, and I posted it. It's on my page, and on my TikTok username is JJ, the letter J, Fields, Fields, and the number 7. Okay, so and I posted Patricia on as a guest on my live. She came up and shared with us what a wonderful time she and her mother had spending it together. And boy, I'm telling you, I got full. I didn't boo-hoo, but it really warmed my heart to know that the advice that I shared did that for her and her mother. And that's just wonderful. And she's still in communication with me. She still likes stuff that I put up and all of that. So, yeah, so that's good. Yeah, so you must forgive. You know, the people change, you see? So give them a chance. Okay, so now I got 10% battery, y'all. I think my phone is gonna die, and I don't charge it while and be on it. So I apologize in advance, y'all. So I'm gonna just keep going until it dies out. I'll be back tomorrow. So positive attitude. Oh yeah, thank you, JJ Fields 7. That's right. So that's forgive. Okay, now I'm going to tell y'all this is very important, and I'm going to try to use this 10% that I still got. Going, and I'm still getting new followers on my TikTok. I'm going to return to TikTok to do my lives starting Monday, December 8th. I'm not going to be doing any more YouTube lives. TikTok is much better for me. Easier, more user friendly. I'm 81, y'all. I don't have time for all these little intricacies and stuff like that, and details about, I know how to do a live, and on TikTok, I know how to find exactly what I want and all of that other stuff. So, but I've got over 50,000 followers on TikTok, and I'm still getting new followers every single day because people are coming on and they're seeing what I have posted. So, how can I forgive those who lie and cheat? That's on them. That's what I'm saying to y'all. Undifficult your life. You don't have to worry about them. All you have to do is forgive them. The rest is up to them. It's not up to you. You can't take responsibility for what other people do and say. You see? So I hope that helps you as well as a whole lot of other people on here. Okay? So, no, you forgive anything or anybody, because if you're carrying it within you, then you're the one that's losing. So that's all I can tell you. So you figure it out. Some of y'all have already figured it out, and what I have said has helped y'all, and people tell me that all the time. So now I'm going to ask y'all. I'm going to tell y'all. Nobody can have a positive attitude 100% of the time, and nobody can have a negative attitude 100% of the time. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. Nobody can have a positive attitude 100% of the time, and nobody can have a negative attitude 100% of the time. You live your life by a ratio. Okay? Now, do you know that you live your life by a ratio? Come on, I only want responses that say no. Come on, give me some responses. I only want responses that say no. If you've been on my lives, you already know what the answers are. So come on, give me some responses. I only want responses that say no. You don't know what a ratio is. Okay, thanks, Foxy. Okay, thanks, Jamari. I don't answer stupid questions, okay? Thanks, Jamari. Okay, thanks, Fritz. Come on, more people that say no. You don't know what a ratio is. I'm going to explain what it is. Thank you, Selma. Thanks, Tangier. Or Tangi. Okay, now, I'm going to explain exactly what it is. I'm going to try to talk fast, y'all, because I'm going to be running out of juice. I forgot to charge my phone, okay? Now I'm told me I'm 10%. So a ratio is a very simple tool that will definitely help you to better control your life. You understand? A ratio is a very simple tool that definitely will definitely help you to better control your life. Okay, so your ratio, you control it, only you. And you set it, you can adjust it and all of that, only you. If you set it too high, you can lower it. If you set it too low, you can raise it, okay? Now, my ratio, I'm going to show you by example using my ratio. My ratio is 80-20. 80-20. 80% of the time, I am very happy being in the positive attitude mode, and 20% of the time, I'm okay with being in the negative attitude mode. Back over to the positive attitude mode. 80% of the time, I honor the programs that I write. 80% of the time, I do what is right, what is fair, what is kind, what is considerate, what is just, all of those things. 20% of the time, I'm okay. I didn't say I was happy. I'm happy being in the positive attitude mode. But 20% of the time, hey, Honda, I can be in the negative attitude mode. But that negative attitude mode can never include three things. Okay? Three things. Number one, it can never include physical abuse. You cannot hit people. You cannot throw things. Now, number two, you cannot be verbally abusive to anybody. You cannot cuss anybody out. You cannot insult anybody. Thanks, Shelster. And then thing number three, one of my viewers, her username is Midnight, and she asked me to include tone of voice. And it ain't what you say, it's how you say it. So I included that, tone of voice. So three things it cannot include when you're in the negative attitude mode. I think this is very important that I try to squeeze this in. You can't be you can't be physically abusive. You can't hit people. You can't throw things. You can't be verbally abusive to anybody. You can't cuss anybody out. You cannot insult anybody. And you cannot use an ugly tone of voice with anybody. Okay? That's it. So I hope that y'all can use that. Now here's that ratio. Did I explain that sufficiently? If y'all can use it to better control your life, can you do that? Come on, give me some responses quickly, y'all, please, because I'm running out of juice. I forgot to charge my phone. Oh, good, good. Oh, you hear what you say before you say it. Yes, thank you. Wonderful. Great. Oh, wonderful. Okay, so now I read y'all the list of words. Oh, I wanted to read y'all the list of words that'll help you on your path to a positive attitude. Here are the words: joy. I love that because it's the first three letters of my name. Peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, empathy, generosity, truth and honesty, compassion, and the last word is faith. Okay? Now, I'm going to lose my battery is low, y'all. I forgot to charge my phone, so what can I say? So, those words incorporate more kindness in your personality, incorporate more serenity, incorporate more peace, more love, more hope. Incorporate those things into your life, okay? So now I'm going to show y'all how. I don't know if I'm going to run. I'm going to just talk until I run out of time because I got the message came. I got more. I mean, 10%. So thank you. Here is I'm going to show y'all how you can write a program to change any behavior that you have. I'm going to write this program. I'm going to tell y'all what the behavior is that I want to change. And then I'm going to tell y'all the program that I write to change it. So now here is the program that, or here is the behavior rather. And it's not true. I don't do this, but here's the behavior. I'm doing it for illustration. I eat 12 cookies every day. I do not want to eat 12 cookies every day. Here is the program that I write to overcome that. I eat 12 cookies every day. I do not want to eat 12 cookies every day. Starting tomorrow, I will eat 10 cookies. And tomorrow comes and you eat 10 cookies and, all the way through these days and whatever, you're eating 10 cookies. What that means is 80% of the time, using my ratio, 80-20, 80% of the time, I will eat 10 cookies. 20% of the time, I can go back up to 11. I can even go back up to 12. But 80% of the time, I am going to honor the program that I wrote and eat 10 cookies. I may even take it down to 9 or down to 8. Now, there was a young lady on one of my lives, and I posted her comment on my TikTok page. She had an eating disorder, and she said, this is her comment and my moderators or I take screenshots, and then I post it to my TikTok page, post the screenshots, post the comments that people make. She said, I went from eating 6 meals a day to 5 to 4, now 3, thanks to her advice, talking about the advice that I shared. So she used that program to control an eating disorder. You can use it. All you have to do is write the program, So just that's all you got to do. Yes, exactly. I call it my cheating room. So flexibility so I call it my cheating room or my wiggle room. You see? Yeah. So that helps as long as I'm hitting on 80%, I'm fine. I don't care about no. If you strive for 100%, you're going to lose your mind. Don't even try that. No. Get a ratio. So now, I'm trying to think now. I'm trying to give y'all. Oh, I want to go to, shoot. All right, pillar number 2. Increase your level of patience. If you're 10 years old or older, I tell you exactly how you do that. But if you're raising toddlers, 2 and 3 and 4-year-olds, when that toddler asks for a cookie, tell that toddler, I'll give you that cookie in 5 minutes. Put yourself on the timer, give that toddler that cookie in 5 minutes. Always use the timer. Then do that several times, 5 minutes. Stretch it to 10 minutes. Do that several times, 10 minutes, still on the timer. All the way up to an hour or more. Not only will you be teaching that toddler patience, you will also be teaching that toddler how to feel time, how to feel elapsed time. And if you are raising toddlers, I highly recommend this book, Mother's Dozen, an easy recipe for raising great kids. Okay? The link is in my profile. This book, I had it translated into Spanish, Madre Docena. Okay? So I don't speak Spanish, but Mother's Dozen, an easy recipe for raising great kids. It's 48 pages. It's $7.99 at goodshortbooks.com. The link is in my profile. The books at goodshortbooks.com, there are 11 of them. Nonfiction, y'all. Nonfiction. They will delight you. They will entertain you. They will inspire you. They will motivate you. They will encourage you. And this book, Mother's Dozen, An Easy Recipe for Raising Great Kids, it will guide you into raising kids that you can admire. So not only will you be teaching that toddler patience, you'll also be teaching that toddler how to feel time. Now, if you are 10 years old or older, the way you teach yourself patience is you write a program and you say it out loud. I am teaching myself patience. I am learning how to increase my level of patience. I am teaching myself how to wait. Okay? So that is what you do. And if you make yourself wait past the point where you don't want it anymore, that's beautiful. That means that you were absolutely victorious. Okay? Make yourself wait. That's the only way you're going to teach yourself patience. Just make yourself wait. Okay? So I told you how you do it for raising toddlers. And like I said, this book, Mother's Dozen, An Easy Recipe for Raising Great Kids, will teach you, will guide you into raising kids that you can admire. And there are 12. It's Mother's Dozen. That's 12. An Easy Recipe. That says ingredients. So here are the 12 ingredients. And the 12th one is patience. Okay, that's why I talk about patience, and that's why I talk about this book when I talk about pillar number 2. Pillar number 3 is stay calm. Stay calm. I'm trying to rush y'all because I'm trying to get through pillar number 4. I don't know if I'm going to make it, but y'all come back tomorrow. I'll be here tomorrow, Monday through Friday, but Friday is my last YouTube live. So pillar number 3 is stay calm. There is tremendous power in your ability to stay calm. You lose your power when you become angry. Now here's calm. Now here's a representation of anger. When you're angry, you're animated, you're agitated, your face is messed up, your body is messed up, So I don't ever get angry. I don't ever get angry. I get pissed off. Don't get me wrong. I get pissed off. I'm only human. But anger serves no useful purpose. I have that on my TikTok page too. Anger serves no useful purpose. Why? I don't bother with stuff that doesn't serve any useful purpose. For the most part, I'm sure there's some things but I'm not aware of it. But I try to be aware of what I do. I tell Pap all the time, there's always going to be a method to my madness. You see, something simple like that. So I never get angry. Why get angry? That's what I'm going to ask y'all. Why get angry? What does it solve? Does it help you? Okay? So don't ever get angry. So now, pillar number 3. Spirit came to me and told me while I was doing my live. This was in the early part of the year. And said to use the word neurons. I had never, ever used the word neurons before. This is what Spirit does to me, y'all. And so I was talking about calm as opposed to angry. So now here's when you are calm, your neurons are like this, communicating with each other, gliding past each other. When you're angry, look, this is what they do. Those same neurons are now twisted up and tangled up and all of that stuff. Okay. Thank you. So Spirit came to me during my live that told me those 2 helpful hand visuals. Spirit gives me all the helpful hand visuals that I do. I don't make them up. So later on that evening, y'all, Spirit came back. Oh my God. Oh, I was flabbergasted. Honest to goodness. Here's my hand. Spirit came back to me and said, now Spirit earlier in the live told me to use the word neurons. Then it came back that night and said, look up what neurons do. So I was obedient, y'all. I looked up, I Googled what neurons do. Here's what Google said. Neurons work together to produce memories, make decisions, and compute information. They take chemical signals, transport them, and form new wiring within the brain. Neurons also help different parts of the brain to communicate with each other. That's why you cannot think straight. That's why you cannot make good decisions. That's why you cannot make good choices. You understand? So do yourself a favor. Don't get angry. It serves no useful purpose. Think about your neurons. Stay calm. Make your neurons be like this. Okay? Not this. So the next time you start to get angry, remember your neurons, y'all. And I have a post on my TikTok page, JJ Fields 7. J, the letter J, Fields, Fields, and the number 7. And one of my viewers, her name is Nikki. She's on as a guest spot on my TikTok live, and she was saying that she was having a heated discussion with somebody on the job, and they were over talking her and getting angry and all that, and she was wondering what their neurons were doing. Then she remembered her neurons. She calmed down immediately. So remember your neurons, y'all. When you start to get angry, think about your neurons. That's you're thinking about yourself, really. So now, I'm trying to get through it, y'all. Pillar number 4. Remember the 4 words that can immediately lower your stress, anxiety, anger, frustration, panic, all of that kind of stuff. Those 4 words are, this too shall pass. This too shall pass, y'all. Nothing in life is permanent. No situation, no scenario. We even use the word pass when we're talking about death. We'll say he passed last week. She passed yesterday. Okay? Okay. So now, the next time your mama's fussing at you, or the next time your daddy is fussing at you, they cannot read your mind. They can't read your mind. Remember that. And use these words. This too shall pass. She ain't gonna be fussing at me forever. Or this too shall pass. He ain't gonna be fussing at me forever. And that's the truth. They're not going to be. And when you use those words, it will get you through probably 90% of the ugliness, the turmoil that is within you. This too shall pass. I say it all the time. Nothing lasts. Remember that. Okay? So I got through the 4 pillars, y'all. It's less than 10% back. I don't know when my battery's gonna die, but I'm just gonna make use of all the time. So I got through the 4 pillars. Don't you think that pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. Don't you think that if more people did that, the world would be a better place? Pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. Don't you think that if more people did that, increase their levels of patience, that the world would be a better place? I think so. Pillar number 3, stay calm. Don't you think that if more people stayed calm, that the world would be a better place? Yes, I think so. And then pillar number 4, remember the 4 words that can immediately lower your stress, anxiety, panic, all of that stuff. Those 4 words are, this too shall pass. Remember those words. Now, did I come through with the promise? I made y'all a promise that you would be able to use the advice that I share while you're sitting there watching my live. Did I fulfill that promise? Did I come through? Come on, y'all, quickly, because I'm going to be running out. The phone's just going to die, y'all, because I'm just telling y'all now. I got to put it on the charger. Okay. I don't believe in man-made holidays. Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, none of that stuff, okay? Thanks. I appreciate the sentiment, though. I always appreciate the sentiment. Okay. Good. Oh, thank you. You're very welcome, y'all. Yes. Great. Okay. Oh, wonderful. So now, if y'all got something out of the advice that I share, you can do a video or a post and tag me, telling people what you got out of it or how you plan to use the advice that I shared. So I want to thank y'all for joining my live. And I don't know how much time I have, but I always close my live with this book, My Simple Quotes to Live By. And y'all go to goodshortbooks.com. The link is in my profile. Check out, there are 11 fabulous nonfiction, y'all. These are nonfiction books in 9 different genres. And the genres are memoirs, parenting, relationships, children's education, fairy tales, bullying, original quotes, health, and spirituality. Now, this book is My Simple Quotes to Live By. This is the original quotes book. It's 90 pages, and it's 167 quotes that I coined. I coined my first quote when I was 15 years old. It's $7.99 too at goodshortbooks.com. I coined my first quote when I was 15 years old. That quote states, "Never lose your hope and faith." Never lose your hope and faith. I coined this my